can in a hurry. Offset the potential loss if the Bible never shows up and you have to pay off the $1.2 million anyway. I know a way you can make $700,000 in just a couple of months. Now, that's more than half of what you stand to lose. You're still going to lose $500,000, but at least you'll be able to bounce back. And you've learned a valuable lesson from all this. Russ, tell me you've learned a valuable lesson from all this.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, he says. Russ, at least tell me that you will accept my compromise.
Yeah, it's fine. But if I got anything to do with it, and I do, when, you hear me now, when we get that Bible back, Princess is going to be real sorry that she ever crossed me. Talk to you later.
Lucy, please. Sevens, I hardly think speaking to me is going to help you with your article.
Nonsense. You can give me a great deal of background information. You treat how many patients a day here?
Well, anywhere from 40 to 60.
Where do you put them all?
Anywhere we can. Please.
Thanks. I'm comfortable standing. I've spent most of the day on an airplane.
Oh.
I just interviewed Lord Billington and his castle outside London. The man's penniless, and he's turning it into a hotel.
Well, may I get you a cup of coffee?
No, thanks.
Well, how about,
I'm fine, really.
This must have been quite an interesting day for you, going from an English castle to an American ghetto.
Little Lord Fauntleroy in reverse.
Well, if you don't mind, I will sit. I've been on my feet all day.
Please do. How long have you known Ben Martin?
Well, I've known Ben through his residency, but of course we didn't become friends until about 3 years ago. That's when he first got the idea for starting this clinic.
Oh, so this was his idea?
Well, mostly. At least it was his energy that brought it about.
You know, I find the existence of these kind of enterprises amazing. I mean, as far as salaries go, doctors generally do very well. But to think men like Ben Martin would give up all that, to sacrifice a lifetime of comparative luxury in order to help others. Let's just say it's pretty inspiring. Oh, and you too, Dr. Phillips.
Look, perhaps you should tell me what kind of information you're looking for.
Well, could you tell me about your partner's dedication?
Ben's dedication?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've seen him come in at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'd go home till 11 o'clock at night. I've known him to go to a tenement at 3 o'clock in the morning because a woman wouldn't trust her child with anybody else. I've seen him get his pride and practically go down on his knees to beg a potential contributor for a donation. I've seen him call the bluff of a junkie who came in here with a knife trying to steal narcotics. I've known him to treat any number of patients who were abusive to the point of violence and not lose his sense of humor. That's the Ben I'd like to remember.
Well, it sounds like I found a real-life hero, all right.
Well, Reverend Guthrie, we're almost there.
Did you bring all of this in here alone?
Well, I must confess we had some help. A friend of the family's, Leon Marshall, did most of this work.
But will all of this fit into the van?
Well, I'm certainly going to try. The thought of all this staying in my living room till nightfall just makes me ill.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Nancy, you know the Reverend Guthrie, don't you?
Yes, of course.
This is my daughter, Nancy.
Lawson?
Right.
Nice to see you again.
Oh, it's nice to see you, too.
I hope you enjoyed your visit to our church last month.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Well, you were certainly invited to come back.
Oh, well, maybe I will someday.
Well, listen, Nancy, we were just getting ready to go have a spot of tea. Would you like to join us?
Oh, that sounds great. I'll tell you what, why don't I put some of this stuff out into the car?
No, honey, all this can just wait.
Oh, that's okay. Look, why don't you start on the tea, and I'll get a head start on all this stuff, okay? There won't be so much to do afterwards.
Well, if you don't mind, that would be nice.
Okay.
All right. Well, Reverend, did you hear about Elsa Cassidy? She found her holler some more and told them.
What on earth is this? Oh, good grief. Gotta get this out of the way. Everything else will be a piece of cake.
Oh, has anyone ever told you they're making briefcases much smaller these days?
What a pleasant surprise.
Well, it gets better. How would you like to have dinner with me tonight?
Oh, I'd love to.
Well, I thought that might be your answer.
When? What time?
Well, we could start now and make it a long happy hour.
Well, can you give me 5 minutes to freshen up?
No, I think I can manage that.
All right, well, look, I'll be right back. I'll tell you what, could you put this out in that van?
Oh, my pleasure.
Okay, thanks. Ione, forget the tea. Something's come up, okay?
All right.
Right back.
Throwing a bone to a hungry dog.
And why should Lance care about the life of such an insignificant hostage? Well, because the police think that he has something to do with the kidnapping, and he doesn't want them to think that. He doesn't want to be in any more hot water than he already is.
Lance was afraid this would be a police setup.
If that were the case, we would have just as much to lose.
Hey, I'll only tell you what he told us. So, if you'll tell us where the hostage is, give us the payment, then the Bible's yours.
Tell them where the woman is.
You can find the Davidson woman in the Driscoll warehouse, if it is still there. It was scheduled to be torn down today.
Give them the jewels.
But, Your Highness...
Do not worry, Samir. They will not get far if this is a double cross. I will give you only 10 seconds to tell me exactly where the Bible is.
To the back of my car.
It is a trick, Your Highness. The Bible is not there.